Mathematics, entertainment, truth, history. Yeah. We in the meth lab. Got your host, Big Twin. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to everybody who likes, comments, and shares. Now, I see a lot of people scrambling on this Alpo thing. A lot of people scrambling to find out why Son did what he did. But does it matter why Son did what he did? Alpo is out of here. He's not coming back. Y'all want to know why he did what he did for what? For gossip? Oh, he did this because of this. He did this. But yo, he's out of here. Somebody actually is gone. You know what I'm saying? He's out of here. Alpo ain't coming back. But there's a lot of unanswered questions about this whole entire thing. I remember when they first dropped the reports, right? On October 31st. And when they first dropped the reports, they were saying that whoever did it was a sharpshooter. You know, they was a professional. It was a professional who did it. But now I'm hearing reports on how homie who did it is a little bit off, if you know what I mean. So if he's a little bit off, how can he had been a professional shooter? You understand what I'm saying? Stuff that ain't adding up. Another one of my unanswered questions is this. Usually when you got these type of things happen, the news usually shows the person's face on the TV, all these different news outlets. They didn't show this dude's face not one time. I'm trying to figure out, what do they lose by not showing his face? What do they gain by not showing his face? This is another one of my unanswered questions. Now, this is a high-profile case, so I'm trying to figure out why they wouldn't show his face. Could it be because he's on the island and they don't want people to know? But people on the island, like, you know, a lot of people that got knocked, they was on the news, and once they touched the island, like, a lot of dudes already knew who they was. You understand what I'm saying? So what's stopping them from actually reporting this dude's face on TV or on the news? I'm not saying that I wanted to see his face on the news. I'm just saying, what's stopping them from actually putting his face on the news? Another one of my unanswered questions. Now, at this point, we don't even know for sure if this dude is the dude that actually did it. But one thing we do know for sure is that when they have cases like this, it looks bad on, I guess, the department to not find a suspect. Which brings me back to what I was saying in the beginning of this video, how they saying how he's a little bit off. Let's just hope that this is not something that's getting pinned to somebody that's a little bit off. And sometimes you got to be careful, because just like a lot of people on YouTube look for news and hot topics, right? The actual news also looks for news and hot topics, you know? So the news might even jump on certain topics and all that ain't even ready to be put out yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when you read certain articles and information about things, you have these unanswered questions, because they actually rushed to put the information out. They knew the topic was so hot that they rushed to put it out. So they don't even have the exact facts and exact information on the topic. Not to mention that it's profitable. You know, growing up in NYC, one thing I could tell you, you know, a lot of people, like I said before in the beginning of the video, a lot of people is, you know, worrying about the motive and why he did what he did and all that. But one thing I'm going to tell y'all is this: these young dudes, they don't care about what you did in the past. They don't care about what you did in the 80s, what you did in the early 90s, who you was, your reputation, this and that. They don't care about none of that, especially if you ain't from their block. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from their block and all that. You know, people that live on your block and all that, you might have a rep on your block, but as soon as you leave your block, nobody cares who you are. You know what I'm saying? Especially these young dudes and all that. They don't care nothing about that, about who you was, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's about, what are you doing now? Who are you now? You know what I'm saying? What type of footprints you leaving in the concrete today? You know what I'm saying? So as far as like worrying about the motive and all that, I don't know if you should people should dwell too much on that. You know what I'm saying? These young dudes and all that, They lost out here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are saying, who was Shaquem Parker? Like, who was he in this and that? I could tell you who he was, just and it only take me a couple of seconds. He's another lost young dude. Another dude that's probably from a broken home. You know what I'm saying? We broken people. He's probably from a broken home. He's lost. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who does things or does something like he did is lost. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Broken. We broken people, and we got to do better and all that. But as time go by, we're gonna see more. More's gonna come out on the story. I guarantee you, and all that. This is Big Twin, the Meth Lab. This was my take on it. You already know. Y'all be safe.
Mathematics, entertainment, truth, history.